Hey guys, I am so excited because I have a very, very special guest here, and you guys are going to be delightfully surprised by what she shares with you. And it's going to be very counterintuitive to what everybody else is teaching you. Katerina, welcome.
Thank you.
So grateful to have you with us. And guys, really quick, before we go into this conversation, Katerina and I have actually a very special surprise for you. On January 17th, we are going to be launching a 6-week program teaching you guys what healthy women actually want, how to attract your ideal partner in 6 weeks. And so we have an early bird special of $2,400. After the early bird special, the price will go up to $3,100. So, guys, you want to maximize this opportunity of a 6-week coaching journey with us. I'll put the details in the comments below and in the description. So, Katerina, with that being said, what do healthy women want? There's something that you're well educated in, you're well adversed in, and it's a topic of polarity. When we talk about polarity, I feel like there's it's kind of like, what exactly is
Hmm.
polarity? Can you help us understand that?
Yeah, great question. And it's a topic that, honestly, I can talk about for days. I literally did my whole master's degree on this. So we all know that like opposites attract, right? Like we have the different poles of the magnets, you have masculine and feminine energies, and they go hand in hand, like they balance each other out. And I think this narrative has been going around for probably the past few decades, like books like Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. And there's been even Tony Robbins talks about polarity. And I know if we go on Instagram and we look at a lot of like polarity coaches, there's a lot of very popular narratives like men are, rugged and strong and they want X, Y, and Z, and they're like the hunters and the women are the gatherers, and women need to be soft and submissive and docile. And all of that has a truth to it, sure. We do have a biological drive to be different. I mean, hormonally, our sexual organs literally dictate that we're different. That being said, what I'm really curious about and what my own personal journey has been, and literally what made me study this in so much depth, is as we've kind of gone into the modern day, polarity shifted a little bit. It looks different to what it used to look like. I technically, ostensibly, don't need a man to go and hunt for me anymore, right? Like, not many women do. We have our own jobs, we probably have our own property, we have our own social network. There are plenty of women who don't need a man anymore. In the same vein, a lot of men don't actually need a woman anymore because they can cook, they can provide for themselves. And even if you look at like having a child, it's wild, but you actually don't need to have the two parents anymore. So anyhow, so all of this kind of polarity stuff doesn't really ring true anymore. And the typical old principles of, well, I'm going to be the breadwinner, or I'm going to lavish her with money and provide in whatever shape and form makes the most kind of sense. It this simplistic narrative just doesn't work. And I think you've probably run into that in your own life and with your clients, and something that I also had to work my way through. And so what got me really curious about polarity was like, well, I still know that I'm a feminine being. I still know that I want a masculine being, but what does that look like? And my own personal journey was, I was previously engaged and I was with a man where I was like, I don't feel the polarity here. I felt that I was being too quote unquote masculine in my relationship. And I started digging into like, why is this? Where am I going wrong? Do I actually need to be soft and submissive? And what does he need to do? Does he need to get another job and start earning more money and start providing more? And really, the more educated I became on the topic, the more I realized, oh, there's a different type of polarity at play now, like a healthier polarity, where we've actually gone deeper than the very simplistic, oh, it's all just about money and who does what in the dynamic. Actually, in this day and age, we're probably doing a bit of everything together. You need two incomes, really, oftentimes. You're both probably contributing to the household, you're both probably cooking. So, what does polarity look like? And I call it, for men, for masculinity, which is my area of speciality, I call it leading from the core. It's something one of my favorite teachers, John Wineland, talks a lot about. And it's this idea that the healthy masculine, that healthy polarity comes from actually integrating the feminine and the masculine within you so that you have that balanced perspective. And that's where doing that work with your heart and doing what I know you're really passionate about, like that trauma work and doing the inner emotional healing, and then connecting to your essence as a masculine being, like what in your core can you perceive and discern she really needs in this moment? And that's the masculine leadership. And the truth of the matter is, it probably won't be that she needs you to go out and, provide food on the table because she can do it herself. It might be something like she needs safety. Like you were saying earlier, it might be that she needs a compliment. She needs to feel lifted up. She needs to feel more radiant. It might be that she simply needs you to decide for her even what you're having for dinner that night, because actually her emotional bandwidth is depleted. It might be that she needs you to protect her, but not in the very traditional sense